Hey, what's up guys? How you guys doing? It's Obiemeka here from Delph Digital. And as you can see from the title, we're going to be going through how to create a website in 10 minutes or less. All right. So now in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to go through the whole process from my own screen. So we're going to be jumping into my screen in a minute. So just so you know, you want to ensure that you actually take some time to actually watch the video. You can watch it once, twice, 3 times. How many times you actually need to actually kind of carry out the process. But I'm going to make sure that the process is as spelled out as easily as possible. And I'm going to provide any kind of additional links that you need to go to in the descriptions below. All right. So without any more discussions, let's jump into my system and I'm going to show you how to create a website from scratch in 10 minutes or less. All right. So let's go. Okay, so let's get going. So as we can see, when it comes to creating your own website, there are 2 things you actually need, which is your domain name and a web hosting. And these 2 things then, of course, give you your website, right? So before we actually get started, I actually want to share with you guys 3 companies that I actually do recommend when it comes to buying your own domain name and hostings from. And the first one, of course, is what you could see right now, which is HostGator. So HostGator is actually one of the companies I use myself. I use them for my projects as well as clients' projects, and I trust them, and that's because they have very good customer service and a very good uptime as well, right? So these are just one of the guys that I recommend to you guys. The other guys, of course, are called Namecheap. So Namecheap is also another provider. They're quite popular as well. A lot of businesses over here use them because they're quite affordable, and it's kind of in the name. You could see it says Namecheap, so it gives it away. So they're quite affordable and I recommend them too. And then the last one, of course, is called QService. So QService is actually a Nigerian based company that offer web hosting and domain name services, right? So the thing is with these guys, you could actually get a .ng domain name, a .com, .ng, a .net.ng, basically a .ng TLD. All right. And if you want to get any of these things for your businesses, then I advise and suggest you actually come to QService to get that for your business. All right. So a .ng TLD. All right. You could also get a .com TLD as well from here if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But personally, I stick with HostGator for my own hosting services. All right. The next thing we want to do is to click the Get Started Now button right here. Okay. So once you've clicked on the button, it brings you here to then try and put out the domain name you want to use for your business. So in this case, I'm going to be using Fitness Commando. Right. So once I click on that, it tells me if it's available or not. And as we can see, it is currently unavailable. Right, but it's giving me other options to choose from. So I'm just gonna try something else. So this may happen to you as well. You may not be able to get the domain name you want, so you have to keep on trying different things to actually get that domain name you want for your business, right? But preferably you could just use your business name and that should be fine. So for me, I could just use delphdigital.com, right? And as you can see, that should be available. There we go. Okay, so once you select your domain name, as you can see right here, the next thing is, of course, you could select this if you want to. So if you want to add domain privacy, you can select this. If you don't want it, you get it unticked. But my advice is you actually want this to be selected so that it actually keeps your details private. So it keeps you as the owner of the domain, your information private, so that other people do not really have access to it. Right, so that's why I suggest you get this. All right, so once you get this, you then want to, of course, come down and select your plan. You got Hatchling. You got the billing cycle, so whichever how long you want to have the hosting go on for, is you select it right here. As you can see, you have 24 months, you have 36 months, but I suggest just kind of stick to 12 months because that's the cheapest actually. So that's $3 per month, right? Actually, now this is the cheapest, the one for 36 months, right? But I think just stick with the 12 months because it ends up being a lot more affordable, right? So Hatchling plan, billing cycle 12 months. You come down here and create your account. So you want to put in your information here, your password and your account pin. All right, so you actually want to take time and get this all done properly. The reason I'm actually not going to be filling this in is because I already have my account, so I do not want to get a new account again. Okay, but you do all this, you then scroll down and then put put in your billing information, and this is where you put in your card details, your name, your address, your location, your CVV code, and stuff like that, right? So all those jazzy stuff. All right, so now once that's all done, you come down here. You actually want to leave this all unticked, right? Because all these things you could do it yourself, right? You don't need to get them to do it for you, so you could just do it yourself. And so you all want to leave this all unticked for now. All right, so you come down here and you see how much you're meant to pay. You see that you're saving a lot of money. Domain name registration, you can see it's free. Hosting for 12 months, normally you would have meant to pay $107.40, but you're paying just $36. And then the hosting add-on is, of course, the security you're adding to your domain, right? So that people do not get to know who's behind the business per se, right? So that's, of course, keeping your information private. Okay, so once that's done, you can see that you're paying just $54.32 for a full year, which is absolutely if you ask me, this is extremely cheap, right? I think I got mine a lot more expensive than this when I first got my domain and hosting, right? But this is very, very affordable actually. So once you're actually done with all this, you want to come down, make sure you get this ticked, and then you check out now. And once you check out now, you get all the confirmation emails and your invoice and everything sent to the email address you use to create your account. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be going into our HostGator account. All right, so now once you've processed your payment and everything has gone through, you then want to, of course, sign into your hosting account. So the information you use to create your account is what you then use to sign in. So you want to sign in, and then it should bring you to a portal like this, right? This is what you should see, and you should, of course, have your own name over here. So when you're here, what you actually want to go to next is this. You want to click on Launch cPanel. So when you're in the cPanel, you actually want to go all the way down and look for Softaculous app installer, because what we're trying to do right now is we want to install WordPress on our domain name. Okay, so once you go down here, you see WordPress, you click on WordPress, and then you click on install, and then it brings you here. So before you actually carry out anything, you want to make sure that this is the latest version of WordPress selected for your installation. So that's selected right here, and then you select the domain name you actually want to have installed, and then you select the domain name you want WordPress to be installed on. All right, so you can see I have several domain names right here, but I want to use a different one. But for you should just see the one domain name that you just bought. So I'm going to select the one I want to use, which is this one, right? So once that's selected, you scroll down, site name, you put your name here. So just for example, I'm going to be using Fitness Commando, right? And then just put here over here, I'm going to put Premium Fitness Gear. Right, so basically site name is your business name, site's description is your more or less your slogan for your business, so Premium Fitness Gear. So once you're done with this, you don't want to create an admin account for your website. So come in here and put in an admin username. So just create anything you want to use, but make sure it's something that's really strong so that no one hacks into your account. Then put in your password. Right, so once you put in your password, next thing now is to do is put in your email address. So we actually want to use an email we currently have access to, so like your Gmail or your Yahoo or your Hotmail, just because we are yet to actually create a domain email. All right, so what we're going to put here is just a simple Gmail. All right, so you've put that in, you scroll down, language is English, is fine. Leave this all unticked. Scroll down, you can see the different themes that are suggesting you look at, but my advice is just ignore all this and just scroll down and go to email installation details 2 and put in the same email address you typed in above. There we go. Then install. Okay, so once your WordPress is done installing, you should see something like this, right? So as you can see, we have our domain name right here, which of course leads us to our website, and we also see our back-end login link as well. So if we click on this link right here, which of course should be your domain name, right click, open link in a new tab, you should see what your website looks like right now. So this is what our website looks like right now, right? But we're going to change this in the next 10 minutes. All right, so we come back here and we're going to click on this to log into our back end for our website. Okay, so this is going to take us to our WordPress dashboard. Okay, so this is our WordPress dashboard, and first thing that I tend to do, of course, is just to remove all these things over here because they are distractions and it's a lot of noise and I don't really want to see it. So do that, and then everything's all gone, so it's clean. Now what you want to do is go down to your settings, go down to permalinks, we want to select this to post name. Right, so this actually helps our website for SEO purposes and allows our website to rank better, right? So that's why we selected it as post name. So post name, save changes, and once that's done, we're then going to get into action of actually editing our website. So once that's done, you come to appearance, go to themes, and we're going to add a new theme to our website. So we're going to come to WordPress themes. I'm going to search for Astra. So once Astra comes up, you want to install and activate. So once it's activated, you want to click into the Astra theme, go to Astra options, and then go to install importer plugins. So we're going to be selecting Elementor for our page builder because it's one of the best simple drag and drop plugins out there that helps us to build our websites. I'm going to select Elementor. Now we're going to be selecting the theme we want to use. Okay, so we're going to be selecting this theme, import complete website. Skip and import. Beginner, myself, next, skip, and it's importing. So once your website is done importing, you want to click on it and then see what it looks like. Let's refresh the page. There we go. All right, so now this is our website. From what we had before, this is now our website. So what I'm going to be showing you guys next is how to edit this website to make it look like what you want it to look like. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next. Firstly, we want to go to customize, and we want to actually change the header here. Right, so to change anything here in the header, all you have to do is just simply click on the blue buttons that you see when you try to navigate through. So I'm going to click on the logo here because that's what I want to change first. So I click on that and then it brings me here. So I'm going to change the logo. I'm going to upload files, select files. I'm going to come to my image that I want to use. And I'll use this for example. Select that, skip cropping, and there we go. It's as simple as that. Right, so I'm going to apply that same thing to this image here. Select this, choose image, and there we go. Right, so if I was trying to change any of this as well, I'll just simply come here, click on the button, and change what it says. So maybe instead of it being start learning, I could be call us. Right, if I want them to call, and then I'll put my call information here, put my number, and there we go. Right, and that's how people could reach out to me straight away from the website. Okay, so depending on what you want to have available, Here you could also edit that by simply coming here and editing the menu. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to make sure you publish and then exit. So now, so far we've been able to change our header. We now want to change the page and kind of change the components of the page. All right, so that's what I'm going to be showing you next. So you want to come to edit with Elementor, and it brings it here. So once you're here, you can now change the content on the page, and it's very simple. So I could come here, click on this blue button that has a pen, click in there, and then I could come into the left hand side and change the text to what I want it to be. So instead of live a healthy life, learn from experts, I could make it live a strong life, learn from fitness experts, right? Something like that. There we go. Same thing applies here. Click on the pen icon, come to the left hand side and edit my text. Right, so it gets stronger, but eating healthier. Right, I'm just trying to show you guys an example on how to actually edit your pages. Okay, so it's that simple, very, very simple. Okay, so once you're done editing your pages to how you want it to be, you don't want to, of course, change your pictures. So you come in here, select your image. Let's change it to this because this is what I want to use. Which one should we use? Let's use this one actually. Insert media, and then it changes the media for us, right? But the only thing now is because this is a different size, so we need to of course select the right size. So just simply come back here, go to the image that was there previously, right, which is this one. So you could see the dimension for the image, and just make sure the image that you're going to be replacing this with has the same dimensions, right? So once that's done, you just insert that image and it's be fine. Okay, so what we've just done applies to every single element on Elementor, and you just simply scroll down and you click on the blue icon, right, and then you could change the content on any element you want to edit. Okay, and once you're done with it, make sure you always update so that you save your changes. Okay, so now we know how to edit the content on our pages. All right, so what about your other pages? How do you edit this content? Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you right now. Firstly, you want to exit and go to your dashboard, and then go back again, and then you can see your other pages right here. So we just worked on our home page, so let's work on our about page. So I'm going to come here, about page, edit with Elementor, open that in a new tab. So this is our about page. So I'm going to come here and just change the text to what I want it to be. So let's say this, for example, we are yoga and experts. I can make it, we are fitness and health experts, then delete everything else. There we go. So it's the same principle that applies to every single thing on here. So if you want to change the image, same thing, you come here, click on the image, the pen brings you here, choose the image, and then select the image you want to use. So I could use, as you can see, this dimension is different, so I could use this one if I want to, but at the same time I need to make sure the dimensions are the same. So I'm just going to leave it at what it is right now, right, and then save the page. So update. Right, so now I've shown you how to actually edit your different pages. All right, so I'm going to show you how to change your footer as well, so that you have the right information you want down here, and also link your social media icons here as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. So to do that, we're going to come back, exit to dashboard. So once you're back, you then want to go back to your dashboard. Go to customize. Go to footer. And then you could now edit what you want to edit down here. So you could edit this if you want to. You could edit this as well. You can also edit your social media icons here. So for Facebook, you could put your Facebook page, put your Twitter account. You could put your YouTube as well if you want that. And then you can, let's remove this and put, let's add, no, let's remove this rather. Let's add Instagram. All right, so you could also add your Instagram page as well. So depending on what you actually want to add here, you just select what you want, put your links, and then publish. Okay, and that's how you change your footer. All right, so it's a very, very simple way to do it. And depending on what you also want to change, you could just simply come back here and edit any information you want to edit for your website. All right, so that's actually how you create your own website in a nutshell. It's a very simple process. It just requires you to put in the time to actually edit the content you want on your website. Okay, so there you have it. Just so that you know, we're going to be releasing more videos in the future to show you guys all about website designing and the intricacies on how to actually increase your website performances, work on your SEO, and everything relating to website development, right? And also digital marketing. So if that's you, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and be sure to watch our next videos. Okay, so thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to like this video, comment in the comment section below, let us know any questions you might have, share this video with people that you think is going to be beneficial to, and we can't wait to, of course, see you in the next video. Okay, so thank you so much and have a nice time. All right, bye.